So let me just start off this video by saying I spent 5 minutes talking to myself, thinking the camera was on. Yeah, that's the kind of person you're about to watch and about to get into. So, my name's Monique. Folks call me Mo. Feel free to do so. I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina. I had the Duodenal Switch surgery, Duodenal Switch, DS, however you like to call it. Had that on March 26th of this year, 2017. And I'm officially 1 month post-op. So, yay, pat on the back for that. Excited, finally, getting to the point where, I'm getting progress. I had my surgery at Rex Hospital. My surgeon was Dr. Lindsay Sharp out of Rex Bariatrics. And at this point, we can talk about my journey. I'm doing this because I don't see a lot of people who look like me talking about this. So, to be realistic, these probably all gonna be some car chronicles, because that's where I'm had the most time to be able to sit and have a little baby conversation. But a little bit about me: 29 years old, in social work, and have pretty much struggled with weight my entire life. And I had this surgery. My highest weight was 447 pounds. And man, that is hard to say. That's hard to say out loud. I've typed that number. I've written that number. I've never literally said that my highest recorded weight was 447 pounds. It's interesting. So I had to, I started my process in December of 2016. And at the time, my BMI was at 77. In order for me to have my surgery at Rex Hospital, I had to get down to a BMI of at least 75. My doctor was shooting from somewhere for 73 to 74. So prior to surgery, I lost 51 pounds. So on my day of surgery, I was 396. Now, I'm not going to take all the credit for it, well, I can't take the credit. That shit was hard. But that 2-week with liquid diet, I had to, that took some weight off too. I think that was like 16 or 19 or something, just, in the liquid diet. So at the end of this video, I'll put my current weight at exactly 1 month, because I keep forgetting to weigh myself, which is an amazing feeling. Never has there been a period in my life where it's just like, oops, forgot to weigh myself. Oops, was supposed to do it yesterday. Oops, forgot. Was supposed to do it today. Oops, forgot. My biggest thing is just focusing on, getting in the protein I need, getting in the liquids, finding out what does and doesn't make me sick. So, I had a few ups and downs, the first 3 weeks almost of surgery. Everyone talks about how there's regret, but everyone sort of has that, like, yeah, on like day 4 I regretted it, or something like that. I was at day 20, and was not feeling it. Day 19 was a really bad day, and I'll talk about day 19 on another day, because day 19 was just a really bad day. But being around and getting the opportunity to speak to people who have done the surgery, who you're able to see that there's another side to this. It took me a while to make the decision to have this surgery. I told myself that constantly, if I didn't reach a goal by this point, I was going to have the surgery. If I didn't reach my goal by this point, I'm going to look into it. And it took, some serious health issues to, arise. prior to surgery, I didn't have, the high blood pressure or diabetes, anything like that. Only thing I had was high cholesterol. But what started happening was I began to just see more and more how, my weight was impeding me from doing so much, to the point that even that was becoming depressing. So, the time that I took between, December and April to get it, I had to make a lot of changes. I changed my eating habits. I played with different eating habits to figure out what my body was gonna do and what it was gonna react to. And some things worked, some things didn't. And when I actually forced my body to get onto the plan that I was gonna have to do for the surgery, things started working. I started losing weight. I had progress. Actually following the high protein, high fat, very low carb, it worked. And I was happy to see that. So I also took that time to do a lot of personal development and, mental work on myself. I'm not going to say that I didn't go back and forth on whether or not I should have the surgery, because I did it. I did it all up until, I was laying in the bed about to be wheeled into surgery. So I understand what that's like and trying to figure that out. And, if this is something that I'm really supposed to be doing. And, anything that I found is what I'm really supposed to be doing. God puts it forth in my life in a way that it would be inexcusable for me to say no. And that's exactly what happened with this surgery. I'm with, Blue Cross Blue Shield. When I got sick earlier in the year, because of how sick I had gotten, my deductible and out-of-pocket expenses were reached before I even went to the informational session for the surgery. So to come back from that and find out that with this new information, my surgery is covered 100%. Please, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. So, I plan to keep, updates on this, and to be able to talk about what I've experienced and, all of that. It's been interesting. I had, really high, stomach acid the first couple days. And, it was hard. I'm not gonna lie, it was hard in the beginning. But at this point, I literally saw a turnaround on day 22. And I know some folks are saying, like, dang, that sounds like a really long time. But I'd rather have that turnaround at day 22 than day 62. I'm happy at the point that I am. And I'm excited to learn and figure out what my body is going to do. And all the new things that I thought were once off the table that I can now experience. So feel free, subscribe. I'm going to try to do this once a week. I said try. Like I said, I talked to myself for 5 minutes before even, noticing I hadn't hit record. So, we'll put this out there. We'll see what happens. Thanks for being there.